Welcome to day 1 of 2 weeks Declutter Challenge with Wonder Closet Warrior. Today we work on mail and paper. Before we begin, we need to get ready and organize ourselves. Prepare your mind. What is truly bothering you about paper clutter that you're looking at? Is it how ugly it's looking? Is it the fact that probably there's some unpaid bills and there are things that need to be taken care of right now? Is it just the whole idea of a pile of something sitting on your table, on your counter, or wherever that is bothering you? Think about that and then figure out your plan, which means that even before you start going through this pile, you need to decide which things you are actually going to keep. I like to keep my magazines for about 2 to 3 weeks after I get them, and no matter if I've read them or not, they go in recycling bin before the new one arrives. Usually I have time to read it, but sometimes not. But be prepared with what you're gonna do with things that are in that pile. Do take the before photo, please. It would help you praise yourself after you're done. Now, I do like getting labels ready or assign spots for certain things. I noticed that paper goes in easier with me if I do the deal with it, the emergency, and then the shred or recycle pile. The emergency pile is going to be for things that needed to be taken care of yesterday or today or tomorrow. Okay, so if it's more than a day away, if you have like 3 days or even a week to deal with it, yes, that's right, then you put it in a deal with it pile. Okay, so you pick up the piece and you decide. All right, and if you don't need it, if it doesn't have any information, it goes in the recycling. If it's some sort of sensitive, you put it into your shredding pile. Make sure you find your timer before you begin. Now, once you're ready to eliminate. Set your timer for 15 minutes. Now go through the pile, and what you want to do is you want to touch each paper just once. If it's an envelope, you touch it, you open it, look at it. If it's something that you need to take care of, you keep the paper that's in there, and also you keep the returning envelope, kind of fold them together and decide if it needs to go in deal with it or if it's an emergency. Put it down, go on for the next one. If it's neither, decide if you want to read it or if you need to get rid of it and act accordingly. Keep only the things that you have to keep. If you don't have to keep this magazine and you don't think you're gonna ever read it, don't keep it. You know, it's just a pile. Stop as soon as the timer goes off. No matter how it's going, how awesome you're feeling, stop. And breathe. This is where you tell yourself that you did a good job. You take care of trash and recycling. It's a wrap up. You take the shred pile to your shredder. Take the emergency and deal with it piles to the desk or whichever area you use to deal with paperwork. And then set the time in your calendar to deal with shredding, which would be once a month, and it's good enough. Just kind of set it on a monthly basis. Do find the time to deal with emergency in the next 24 hours. And please do set the time to deal with it in the next 7 days. And if you have the weekly appointment to go through this box, it will make your life a lot easier. Okay. And the wrap up means that you just put everything away and you are ready to take your after photo. No, you get to enjoy your decluttered paper pile. Hopefully it's gone by the end of the 15 minutes. Now, how do you keep it up? There are two ways that I could suggest. One is the one-touch rule. Once you bring something home and you set it down, after that moment you touch it only once. You touch it, you take it, and you decide where it goes, if it's going to be recycled or if it needs to be dealt with in some sort of emergency or not emergency, and then you deal with it. Number two is when you have a box with lid right where your pile usually takes residence, and you put everything, like all the paper and mail, everything that's incoming, in that box, and then mark your calendar a day before you have the deal with it scheduled, and you just sit down, you watch a show or something, and you sit down and you go through it. You go through it, you put the things away, and there you go. And please remember to post your before and after photos on the groups page, and share about this challenge with your friends if you like. And go!